Hello, ladies. This is Arielle from the Tree of Life Tarot. I'd like to share with you some personal story. I hope that this personal story will be of help to someone out there. Basically, I did an ancestry DNA test, and um, uh, I've always known my ancestor, like literally from both sides of the family. They have been, a like 100 years ago. They lived in houses next to each other. So it's very interesting that what came up was that there is some percentage Italian, there is some percentage from Russia, um, and it's interesting because what came up is that I took more from my mother's side than my sister did, and both me and my sister, we are associating each other with my father's side. So I don't know what the question could be. I ordered like a Christmas present the mitochondrial DNA. I don't know what this will show, but it will be interesting. So what I wanted to see with this video regarding the origins of um, of the family members. A good question to ask the tarot is, do I have a family karma to work on from my mother's side? My genes are telling me that, hey, you're more your mom than you think you are, but what's gonna happen? Alrighty, very interesting. And it looks like a yes, but it's probably a no. So no karma. I'm looking out that there is something that is going to come quick to me. It's gonna be a project, and it's going to be satisfactory to me, and it's in a way connected with money. I'll tell you a story, and I'll tell you why this is interesting to me. The DNA. Recently, again, I have I'm surrounded with a lot of beautiful souls around me. So recently, it was it came to my attention that a relative of mine, a male relative of mine, a deceased one, has been waiting every night on my balcony, to send me a message. And it has been a very urgent message. The message has, I've received it. The message was that I need to accept something, but knowing my bad luck with inheritance, probably a house chose me and I need to accept it. You won't see a lot of people complaining that inheritances find them, but I'm one of them, because that comes with a lot of responsibility. So let's quickly ask, okay, is there a house that I need to accept? Oh, let's see. Oh my God. No, it's not a house. It's a connected. I think it's connected. It's again. It's fate. It's like written in the stars. That I need to work on that. But no, it's not. I don't have to accept the house. Maybe let go of the house or a house, whatever it is. What prompted me was that there was a very strange, very strange, very strange meeting that I had with one of my aunts on my mother's side. It felt like she had an agenda, and as soon as she received answers to her questions, she excused herself. So was she, having an agenda? Quickly. Oh my God. So there we go, the three sisters coming up. Oh yes, she had an agenda. Yeah. The three sisters, the quarrels between them, and these are court quarrels. They're suing each other over the last of the inheritance houses, and yes, she has somebody else. My aunt has somebody else that is in the same boat with her. That's one other sister. So nothing new. So basically, to go with the story one more time, I was living my happy life until a very anxious, very troubled, crossed over relative, found me with the strange message that I need to look for something somewhere. And obviously he felt like he can trust me, but not the three daughters or the three relatives. And I have this specific information where to find those documents. And that information, it was regarding a house that chose me to do something for the house. So I feel relieved he didn't choose me to inherit it because I don't need another one. What showed up was my aunt, one of my aunts connected with the other one that is suing my mom for a particular house, is very much involved in let me find out what I can, so that I can have the upper hand in the court proceedings. And what turned out was, I'll tell you the story why I'm unwilling unwilling heiress. My grandfather built with his own hands, two houses, one of them huge. And my grandmother didn't have other inheritance, but one of her, she had a brother, a blind brother, who is who didn't have other, who didn't have, or so I was told, so I knew, didn't have other relatives, and he gave that house to her. Later, what turned out was, so there's three houses. There's three houses that were ended up in my mom's and her husband's possession. Her second husband, not my dad. My mom gave or sold the two of the houses that my grandfather built. So let me see what I can say. What a question I'm gonna ask, and how I'm gonna ask it. Was the sale of those two houses a scheme? Was it unfair? Yeah, was it unfair sale? Was it a sale that was not right? Not right? No. Let me ask. No, that's not a good question because. Okay, so did she give the two houses? Did she give the two houses to her husband? Yeah, did she give the two houses to her husband? Yeah, it's a project. There are some indications that come through the marriage. Yeah, it came through the marriage. She thought they were doing things together, that's his soulmate. But see, here's the thing. That situation is very well known for me. To those of you who are learning tarot, that's a good indication. So basically, we have lots of choices. You don't know which one is right, and somebody who is stealing but looking back. So very often when I see this in inheritance type of situation, we have a family member who is not well received in their family, and they hold some property, but they feel like, oh, it's better to to give it to anybody, somebody who I don't know, or to my husband's than to my children or something like that, because my greedy relatives will not like it, or they love me for my money or something like that. So I like to see she did not give it to him. They were both in it together, but did he steal her inheritance, property, money, whatever it is? And let's see, did he steal from her? It's a no. These are not good cars, the good cars, but it's a no. He loves her. Yeah. Not what I would like to see from, in terms of a man whom I dislike, but he loves her. He's not stealing from her. Now for the last question that I'm going to ask about this inheritance, and I'm just getting the chills already. Okay. Who is going to get that house? Yes. So who's gonna get the house? Is it going to be her husband? He already managed to get the blind man who lived in in poverty all his life to gift, to sell. Officially it's a sale, the land on where the house is to him. And now the three sisters are suing each other for the house, because if they if my mom loses, then then they cannot sell the house or the land and become very rich, because this is a very profitable land right now. um, oh my god. um, it's a yes. Oh my god, it's a strong yes. He will take it. Yes, they're not equal. That's my big issue with my mom choosing this man. He 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 didn't have much. She had, and not in terms of money, but she had, inheritance, and in this day and age, that's a huge start in life. She had inheritance. He didn't have. He had just good salary, and for her to gift him things like properties, so that he feels the man, that's something that I did not. I never proved. I never proved, because a man should be like my grandfathers. One of them, the one that came looking for me, I couldn't recognize him because I've never seen him in real life, but he remembers me. I did, it seems. But both my grandparents, they built lives for themselves, built houses for their families with their own hands. And to honor them, I, built things myself. Not as a builder, but, cutesy stuff, um, like small furniture, or painting on the walls and things like that. What I wanted to say is that she chose a man who was a total opposite to her, you know, to her own father, and in a way that could have been mistake. So, will he steal the properties? Will my mother's husband, uh, or as I like to say it, the one who shall not be named, will my mother's husband steal and leave her in favor of making himself rich, or making his church rich, the church that he calls? Will he steal from her? What's gonna happen? There is strong indication. There's a lot of money coming through. It's fate. Yeah, it's fate. Will he steal from her? Yeah. Again, not my problem. So there is this interesting thing that I wanted to check, because Russia is very broad for my DNA test, and I have this very unpleasant feelings towards Ukraine. So let's see, Ukrainian ancestry. It's a yes or no. Oh, it's a yes. Oh, I hate it. Yeah, it's showing it as a yes. Then let's see Russian ancestry, because towards Russians, I've had very nice sentiments towards Russian. The Russians that I know are really nice people. Yeah. No. Oh, terrible. Well, someone 100 years ago started their move towards better life, obviously away from Ukraine, and they brought with themselves discord between women. So is the discord and the the fight for what's owed to them between the three sisters, my mom and her aunts, coming from like 100 years ago, ancestor. So there are people involved, country, in this case, this is a country. Ah, yes, it is. Oh my God, it is. And it's coming from, interesting. It's coming from young people. So probably a young man. No, not a woman. A young man left their family, left their brother. They hated each other. One of them left for a better place, to come to a better place, to a better country. They left those struggles behind, and that's where the discord between the sisters is coming. Okay, I hope things are going good. So what I wanted to say is, do yourself a favor, create do a DNA test. It may turn out that it has a lot to do with the type of your DNA mix, because we can, what I learned is that we can inherit more from one parent and less from another, and that's why me and my sister, we are so different. She inherited a lot from my father's side of the family, although we both associate more with that side of the family. My DNA is telling me I have work to do with my mother's side of the family, and this is where it started. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. It's very interesting what came up for me. I hope you learned something in terms of reading cards and what the cards can tell you about mission in life, problems that you get in life. Also, what your DNA is telling you, and to me it was very interesting. So I hope you enjoyed it. Write in the comments below what came up for you. I would appreciate it, really. Thank you. Bye.